But a newborn child will be too small to help me to chop wood or to keep you company. I don't mind, the woodcutter's wife would say. I don't mind if the child is no bigger than my thumb. At this, the woodcutter would roar with laughter. As big as your thumb! Ha ha ha! That's good! Ha ha ha! And he would go on with his chopping. But sometime later, the woodcutter and his wife did have a child, a small son. In fact, he was extremely small. He was actually no bigger than a human thumb. And so the couple called him Tom Thumb. His mother started by feeding him on porridge, but he still didn't grow any bigger. Then she gave him steaks, pork chops, runner beans, treacle tarts, and stewed apples. But the woodcutter and his wife soon realized that Tom Thumb would always be very, very small. So he stayed at home all day and talked to his mother. And the woodcutter worked out in the forest on his own. And each evening he went home and looked at his little son and said to his wife, Tom Thumb stays at home all day and keeps you company, but he's too small to help me in the forest. But his wife looked up and said, He's very clever. I'm sure there's something he could do. Like what? Grunted the woodcutter. He could drive the horse and cart, said his wife. Oh, yes, said the woodcutter gruffly. And how will he do that? Well, he gets on very well with animals. I'm sure he'd find a way, said his wife. Pah, grunted the woodcutter. The horse would step on him and not even notice. Then they heard Tom's small voice. I can do it, cried Tom. I can drive the horse and cart. Just lift me up to the horse's ear. I can then whisper directions to him. I'll be perfectly safe up there. The woodcutter's wife was worried. The woodcutter was doubtful. But Tom Thumb was very confident indeed. So his father lifted him up to the horse's ear. Hello, horse, whispered Tom Thumb into the animal's hairy ear. Hello, said the horse. Who are you? I'm Tom Thumb, said Tom Thumb. Oh, said the horse, who was becoming rather confused. I can't see you, he said. That's because I'm in your hairy ear, said Tom. Very well, said the horse, and he moved off. Tom spoke quietly to the horse, telling him which way to turn, when to stop, and when to go. Soon they reached the part of the wood where the woodcutter was felling trees. The woodcutter loaded the cart with logs, and Tom whispered into the horse's ear. Come on, we are going home now. Very well, mumbled the horse, and they turned around and trundled home. And after a day of chopping trees and hauling logs, the woodcutter went home too. When they had finished their supper, his wife came to him and said, How did Tom get on today? He did well,